What's going on, guys? On today's video, we are finally, after 6 years, getting rid of our air ride in exchange for some coilovers. Let's get it. Thank you to Eurotuning for supporting this channel. Here we go, guys. First look at our new coilovers from Coilovers Suspension. Shout out to Coilovers, you guys are awesome for sending these out. So we got their Neomax coilovers, we did some custom spring rates. I am excited, I've been waiting on these for several weeks. Let's just get into it. I don't have any experience with Coilovers. I've never used any of their products. I've never driven in a car that's equipped with Coilovers, but I've heard really, really good things. These are going to be a digressive valved coilover, but it looks like they have actually sent us, oh wow, there's a zipper on them. They have sent us some coilover socks, so that way we can keep dirt and debris. Wow, look at that. That's nice. Neoprene, stretchy. The zipper is a nice touch. I'm used to seeing coilover socks with Velcro, but that's a nice touch. I didn't even option these, but they sent these, so thank you. All right, let's take a look at the front. Here is our front. Oh man, look at that. Dang. So this is the front coilover. Wow. I really like the design on these lock collars. I don't know if any of y'all have experience when you're adjusting your coilovers, like when you get the wrench in there but it slips anyway. These are a lot more robust and thicker and deeper, so hopefully to avoid that. So these are Coilovers Suspension Neomax Coilovers Eurotuning Edition. The Eurotuning Edition offers a lower drop than the standard Neomax, and they also come with different spring rates. Now, I still opted for different spring rates. As you can see, we actually have Swift springs, so these are going to be a higher quality, more controlled spring. These are made by a company called Swift, and basically they are manufactured to like uber tight tolerances. So we opted for Swift springs with a 14K spring rate in the front. There is our strut mount. It's integrated into the coilover, so you don't have to use OEM strut mounts, and these have camber adjustment. Looks like a lot of camber adjustment, and then also adjustable dampening as well. The dampening tool has a Allen set screw, so that way it doesn't come out. So that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the rear. There's our rear shock. Now these are opposite than most coilovers that I've installed on VWs, where the threaded part is on the bottom, but this actually threads up into the top, and as you can see, there is a little nub for me to grab onto with the wrench, so when I tighten my strut mount up top, because we do have to reuse these strut mounts on the car now, the whole shock isn't going to spin, so that's nice. And then you've got your integrated dampening adjustment on the bottom. This is a really nice coilover. This is high quality, I can tell. I'm really excited about these. So to go along with our rear shocks, we have obviously our rear springs, which are also going to be Swift springs, and here they are. So this has a divorced rear setup, and we have 12K Swift springs in the rear. Yeah, let's get all this stuff unpacked and I'll give you guys a closer look. So here's a closer look at everything. We got the integrated camber plates. There's that dampening adjustment with the little set screw, so you don't ever lose this tool. That's a nice touch. Haven't seen that on a set of coilovers before. 14K Swift springs, CNC'd aluminum anodized lock collars. There are our adjustable end links, but a little bit on that in a second. Here are the rear shocks. So again, the shock actually threads up into the threaded body as opposed to down. There's your lower mount, integrated dampening adjustment, Eurotuning. Here is our rear spring perch, and as you can see, it's slotted, and that is because there is a hole for a little Allen screw. So you set your height and you tighten this in there, and it's going to clamp down on that slot and lock your height in place. So I've seen spring perches that just have a little teeny set screw in place, but I actually haven't seen that kind of design. That's a way more robust and efficient way to lock in a spring perch. I really like that. Overall, guys, very impressive. Just out the box, the packaging is nice. The fit and finish is great. Now, normally these would ship with black springs. Swift, this is their color. So normally these would be all black, silver, and red. But we've got this kind of cool rosy copper there. Very, very excited, guys, to install these. It's been a long, fun 6 years on air with the GTI. We're going back to coilovers. Thank you so much to Euro Tuning for getting us acquainted with Silvers, and thank you so much to Silvers for believing in me and sending out your product. I am incredibly excited to give my feedback on this setup. So let's not waste any time. Let's get the car up in the air. It's unfortunately raining outside, but at the very least we can get these things installed, start making some progress on the new version of our GTI. I am so stoked. So first order of business is get the car up in the air, and then number two, we need to take the wheels off. Euro Tuning also sent me their Velt Sport, that's their in-house brand. They sent me a Velt Sport lug socket, which is very nice of them, because my one that I was using was very worn out. So now I have a fresh one. Now a lot of stuff's gonna happen quickly, but this is the same on any Mark 6. Axle nut comes out, it's a 24mm 12 point. Ball joint nuts come off, those are 3 16mm nuts. You have a pinch bolt up here that is an M14 and an 18mm, and then your sway bar end link needs to come off. I have aftermarket ones that came with the super lows, so I believe that's a 19mm nut. If you're doing this on a stock car, it is an 18mm nut. And then you have a little brake line support bracket that sometimes gets in the way, that's held on with a 10mm. We're gonna swing the hub off the axle, drop the lower control arm. We're gonna insert our strut spreader into the back of the knuckle. This whole assembly will then drop, and then we can unzip our strut up top and slip it out. Got our lower control arm loose, so I'm simply gonna swing it down. There we go. That is now disconnected. Now we can pull the hub out and get the axle free. There we go. That is out. So now this whole assembly is free. We got our sway bar. Got our sway bar end link disconnected. I just disconnected it from the sway bar since we're going to leave it. We're removing the entire airbag assembly. Don't forget to unclip your wheel speed sensor, or you will tear this when you drop the knuckle. Now we have a 10mm nut on this bracket I'm going to remove, just gives me a little more wiggle room. Now we're free to drop this hub assembly, get my M14 triple square, my 18mm wrench. We are just going to blast this thing off. Let's put the jack under this, just so that's not under a bunch of tension. We got 3 nuts up top. Factory, these are 13s. In the case of our super lows, they are actually 12s. Yeah. Ta-da! Here we go. Get the strut spreader out. Tighten up our axle, and this corner is done. Now, before we finish up the coilover install up front, I'm actually going to show you all these. These are Velt Sport adjustable front sway bar end links. Now, in case y'all didn't know, Velt Sport is actually Euro Tuning's in-house brand. These are fresh out of development. These are not even on the website yet. They should be available by the end of the year. These are all developed and manufactured in-house. So not only when you purchase these are you getting an American-made product from a enthusiast-led and family-owned business, but you're getting an extremely high-quality product at a pretty competitive rate when compared to their competition. So definitely be on the lookout for these later. I'm really appreciative that Eurotuning has sent these out to me to kind of road test, if you will. And so let's get these on the car. Look at this. Zerk fittings. We got grease fittings on each end of the end link. I have never seen that on an adjustable end link before. These definitely are robust. They're heavy. I can tell these are very high quality. These seem to be very well made. I love the red powder coating. All of their stuff is going to be red and black. That's kind of their thing. But out the box, very impressed, you guys. Seems to be a very high quality product. Let's put them on the car. Front end is done. All right, guys, good morning. It is the next day. If this were a customer's car, I could get this done in a matter of hours, but it's kind of nice just to be able to work at a leisurely pace on my own car. So anyway, I've already gone and disconnected the air line to the rear bag and the centering bolt. So I'm gonna show y'all in real time how easy it is to take apart the rear suspension on these cars. I'm gonna do this in a matter of maybe a minute or two, just to show you truly how simple and straightforward this is. So first step is we are going to take an 18mm and remove the pinch bolt on this lower control arm. Now that's out. Simply drop the control arm, pull the bag out. Now we're going to take a 21mm and remove the lower shock bolt. Hold the control arm out the way. There we go. And then up top we have two 16mm bolts holding the strut mount. Just like that, the rear suspension is taken apart. Put the new strut mount on. Just like that, this is already ready to go into the car. All right, so now we're gonna take our spring with our perch. I've adjusted this to most of the way up, just because I don't want the car to get stuck when I drop it. So we're just gonna leave that in place, real gentle. And then we are going to take our strut assembly and bolt this in up top. Be extremely careful when you start these 16mm nuts. For some reason, these are incredibly easy to cross thread, so start these by hand and then finish them with a tool. Once again, highly suggest this is a bolt that you start by hand. I have cross-threaded these in the past and I did not have a great day. Actually gonna slip this out so we can tighten that. Coilover back in. That is all installed. Do the other side off camera. All right, it is the end of day 2. It has been a long 2 days. It's been a fun 2 days. It's been a transformative 2 days. I've showered for like the 6th time. There was like a hurricane that came through or a tropical storm that came through, so it was raining, it was hot, it was humid. But we got a lot of work done. So I've kind of been simultaneously, spoiler alert, been filming kind of 2 episodes at once. There is more suspension stuff that has gone on with the car. Y'all will see that in the next episode, but I, this evening, went through, have removed the last of the air rides, so that fancy trunk setup that we built is kind of null and void now. The air tank is gone. You know, the management and all that is gone. I've gone through, removed the air ride, removed the underglow. During our alternator incident in Helen, when our alternator basically exploded, I think I fried my underglow controller, and I've been chasing problems with that ever since. So I've decided just to yank it off entirely. Kind of feels nice to get rid of some of these aftermarket accessories that have been wired into the car. It kind of feels nice to shed some of that weight, if you will. So it was cool, we had it. Now that the car isn't bagged and stanced out, I don't think it really fits the vibe anyway. Let me show y'all a little roundup of everything I removed, and that's gonna do it for the video. So pardon the mess, there's a stack of money. I've just had so much stuff going on, ripping apart the R and some stuff in my personal life, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to tend to the garage, but this is all the stuff that we yanked off. So y'all, despite these being dirty, they're basically like new. These have maybe 5,000 miles or less on them. These were installed in February of last year, 2023. So if you're watching this, at the time of me filming this, which is the 27th of September, this stuff is still for sale. So these are the Bag Riders super low bags, and just, you know, just to clear the air, guys, not trying to knock bags, not trying to knock Bag Riders at all. This is just a new phase of the GTI, and I'm ready to do something different. Not trying to speak badly upon Air Ride whatsoever. I have been bagged for 6 years, and I loved every second of it. But nonetheless, these were on my car for about 5,000 miles, just over a year and a half. Of course, for 8 months of that time, we were doing the engine swap. So if you are seeing this and you have a Mark 5, a Mark 6, a B6, a B7, a CC, an EOS, a Tiguan, any PQ35 car, these will fit. These are $2,200 plus tax, brand new. I am selling them, again, basically brand new. They'll be cleaned up. They're a little dirty, but aside from that, they are perfect. I'll be selling these for $1,500. If anyone here is interested, please DM me on my Instagram. And on top of that, we can work out a pricing if you actually want these installed on your car. Get in my DMs if you're interested. And one other spoiler alert, guys, the Futuras are officially off the car, and as you can see, the car is on the ground. So I actually have the new wheels with the new tires fitted onto the car, kind of temporarily. I'm waiting on some wheel bolts from Euro Tuning to show up. So lots of exciting stuff is going to be coming in the next couple episodes, but that is going to do a wrap for today. I am very, very pleased with the work that we got done. I am very, very pleased with the overall quality of these coilovers and of these components that we put onto the car. I am very, very excited to take this thing for its first drive. Once it dries up outside, we'll definitely be ripping to the GTI, and I will give you guys my honest thoughts on everything we have done. But until then, that's going to be a wrap. I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, it really helps the channel out. Don't forget to leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. That is the biggest way that you can help me. And don't forget, 94 Coast sticker packs, 5 stickers, $21 mailed to your address. If that is something that interests you, please get into my DMs. I will catch you on the next one. See ya.